My name is Chris Goheen, and I'm the president with Workforce Go, also known as Mr. Money Jacket. I would like to personally welcome and thank you for attending our session titled Workforce Go HCM, Payroll, Time, and HR for Sage Intacct. Better together. Workforce Go and Sage Intacct provide an industry-leading, seamless integrated experience with the Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct solutions, bringing a unified solution for managing and engaging your people together with finance. Over our remaining time together, I'll be walking you through the journey on how Workforce Go HCM provides the ability for organizations to manage the entire employee lifecycle from pre-hire to retirement. Organizations can attract and retain talent as well as engage their workforce all on one single unified platform. Whether that is just payroll management, in-house or full processing services, time and labor management for time collection, or people management for recruiting, onboarding, and benefits, as well as performance management, Workforce Go HCM allows organizations the option to engage its workforce with the greatest user experience, efficiencies, productivity, and tightest integration with Sage Intacct. With Workforce Go HCM, organizations can work their way with a responsive design, empowering people to get things done in as few steps as possible. From the first experiences of applying for jobs and enrolling in benefits, to daily activities such as managing time and updating schedules, even the most important employee items such as checking pay information and much, much more, all from any place and on any device with Workforce Go HCM. Organizations are also empowered to work smarter, with Workforce Go HCM providing an intuitive user experience which facilitates smart decision making. This is done with easy access to quick data visualization, quick routes to common actions, and predictive analytics, all allowing you to proactively address trends within your workforce rather than being reactive. Just like Sage Intacct, Workforce Go HCM allows organizations to work within the modern cloud. Great experiences are unified, providing access to the complete picture and a single, flexible, trusted source of all of your data. As we mentioned earlier, better together. Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct provide the industry-leading, seamlessly integrated experience, bringing a unified solution for managing and engaging your people together with finance. Here we see the illustration of that experience, showing real-time, bi-directional integration of Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct. Whether that is the employee data coming from Workforce Go HCM to Sage Intacct, unlimited dimensions coming from Sage Intacct to Workforce Go HCM, and of course payroll journal entries from Workforce Go HCM payroll to Sage Intacct, and even time information posting bi-directionally between both Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct. Organizations get the unified experience and requirements needed to gain efficiencies and insight into finance, payroll, time, and people information that is important and key for your organization. Now, we've talked about the benefits of Workforce Go HCM, but what is under the human capital management umbrella? Workforce Go HCM addresses three core areas of human capital management, being payroll management, in-house or full processing services, providing the ability to do gross to net calculations, distribute checks and direct deposits, and of course, year-end compliance. Workforce management, providing time and labor information around collecting time and PTO management. And human resource management for talent acquisition, onboarding, core HR, and talent management. Regardless of the industry and type of workforce your organization has, whether that's construction and real estate, financial services, healthcare, nonprofit, or even services and technology, as well as many others, organizations gain the user experience, insight, and analytics, as well as security needed to be successful. Diving deeper into human capital management, let's talk about meeting the engagement expectations of your team with HR management. Employees are going to be able to see benefits and compare plans no matter where they are. Employees can participate in open enrollment or life change events remotely from any device and anywhere. New employees can track onboarding tasks, complete them, and check them off for managers, all in one place, regardless of the device. And of course, managers themselves have full visibility into employee onboarding activities, intuitive heads up displays available for them anywhere and any device as well. That human capital management journey continues when we run several jobs and locations and have to engage with workforce management. Employees can punch in and out from their phones conveniently when they come in and leave. Punch locations can be geofenced to prevent people from punching in when they're not on site or where they're supposed to be. Punches can be logged offline and then uploaded when a connection is available. Employees can easily switch cost centers and jobs and locations. They can swap shifts and claim open shifts, or even request coverage for themselves. Managers can predict employee reliability and see who's consistently on time or late, letting them schedule smart for important shifts based around availability. While continuing to talk about how employees can also work at several jobs and locations, payroll management is also very key. Employees with payroll management can check their pay statements on demand from any place and any device. They can set up direct deposits with a few taps to control where their money goes. They can download important tax forms to any device so that they're ready when needed. Of course, managers can use that pay data as well as predictions of engagement, flight risk of team members, and much, much more. And very importantly, with payroll management, payroll administrators can focus on process improvement thanks to the automated compliance processes and calculations Workforce Go HCM offers. Of course, we can't forget Better Together. Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct providing the industry-leading seamless integrated experience, bringing a unified solution for managing and engaging your people together with finance itself. Here we see the integration in action, real-time, bi-directional integration of Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct. Again, whether that's the employee data coming from Workforce Go HCM to Sage Intacct, the unlimited dimensions from Sage Intacct to Workforce Go HCM, payroll journal entries from Workforce Go HCM to Sage Intacct, and even the time information posting bi-directionally between the solutions. Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct allows organizations to get the unified experience and requirements to gain efficiency and insight into finance, payroll, time, and people information that is important and key for them. To start that integration, I'm going to jump over to Sage Intacct itself and start looking at the information that we're maintaining and managing within Sage Intacct. Now here in my construction environment, the first thing you'll notice is that Workforce Go HCM is actually a menu on the platform services in Sage Intacct itself. So when we're managing our information between the two solutions, there's no need to go outside of Sage Intacct for any of that management or bringing information, posting information between the two. When we look at the different areas or touch points of the integrations, we want to start at the company level and looking at our different dimensions that we're managing. So here, I'm just going to use our service dimension as an example within here. So here we have all of our different values that are set up within our services dimension within here, and we can actually add additional values within here at any point in time. So as we're maintaining this information, we can come in here and add those values right within Sage Intacct itself. Now, by saving this information and adding that value within Dimension, what is happening is real time within Workforce Go HCM that is being added to the structure of what we call cost centers on that side. So when we do go back over to Workforce Go HCM, in our dimensions, we will actually see that value added right within there. Now, some other things from a dimensional side is you will see, and as a reminder, we do go all the way down to the employee dimension itself. So if I look in here in Sage Intacct and go into our employees, so as we're adding, hiring, editing, maintaining, or separating with individuals in Workforce Go HCM, all that information is going to be within Sage Intacct, and we're going to be able to see those details right within there. So as we continue to work with Robert and Dennis, as we maintain their information on the Workforce Go HCM side, we could come in and actually see those details within here. Here's all their employee information, here's their contact information, their cost rates, any of those different details that we need to have from an employee's area. And just looking at that from an integration standpoint, looking back over on the Workforce Go HCM side, you'll see those same type of employees right within here. So my employee information, if I come in and I look at just my general contractors within here, so just my GCs, we'll be able to see Robert and right here and able to go into his actual details. So again, as we're hiring these individuals, as we're maintaining their information, all their address information, all their base compensation information is all right within here and exactly what we're seeing on the Intacct side. Now, we also added that dimensional value within Intacct. So if we look in Workforce Go and we look at our cost centers within here, we would be able to see that added right within our cost centers within here as well. So you'll see that Sage Intacct partner that we added right within the services and department area. So real time, that synchronization is happening between the two different solutions there. Now, the other touch points that we need to keep in mind from an integration standpoint is what we're maintaining on a day in, day out basis, as well as post our payroll processing as well. So from a day in, day out basis, what we want to look at is all of our time related details. So all those timesheets and how we talked about gathering time for individuals and maintaining and managing that time for individuals, here you can see a summary of all that time that has been approved and ready to go in and post within Sage Intacct into the timesheets themselves. So we can actually come in and look at Robert's timesheet here. We'll notice he's got a total of 40 hours and how all of his information is allocated between projects, jobs, cost types, locations, and services right within there. And then back on the Sage Intacct side, if we go into our general contractor level, we will be able to actually post that time that we've been managing and collecting there. So again, under Workforce Go, right within your menu here, we can actually post Workforce Go timesheets into Sage Intacct. So here what it is doing is getting ready to pull all of our timesheet information that has been approved. And we can pull that for that period we were looking at there. And actually post this information into Sage Intacct. And while we're waiting for Sage Intacct to come up, and again, this is a demonstration environment there, I will start to answer some questions as well. So here we're going to post, we see Dennis within here as well, and then we saw Robert, who we were working with and just looked at. So I'm going to come in and post Robert's information. So here we're going to allow this to post. You will see it gives you a successful message right within there. And that way, when we come into Sage Intacct and we look under our time and expense and our staff timesheets right within here, we can see that we have posted Robert's time for that period. And when we look at his actual timesheet within here, we have the full breakdown by day and by the different dimensional values, job, cost code, cost type, service, location, and can even see the details within there as well. Now, the other area of integration that we want to look at within there is actually the general ledger side, post-payroll processing. So once we have processed our payroll, we can come in and I can see reports within here, and we'd be able to look at something just like a general ledger summary right within here. Now, from a general ledger summary, we can add any details or any information we want to this report, but just keeping in mind we are can do both a balanced and an unbalanced entry there. And then from the Sage Intacct side, we can come in under Workforce Go. We have post our GL to Sage Intacct. We're able to come in here and either just do our last finalized payroll or look at all of our postings for this year or last year if they have not been posted as of yet. And this is going to pull any payrolls that have been finalized and are prepared for posting within there. So here we can see all those different payrolls right within there, and we could post any of those, whether this is our general contractor or one of our other EINs. You can post them, or you can even post them as drafts to see the results. And anything that has been historically posted, you will see right here within the posting. So we can see a history of all of our postings as well. And once those are actually posted within Sage Intacct, we can come right into our journal entries and see those details as well. So if we look at our payroll journals, you'll see that one that we posted for February right there, and we can come in and see the actual journal entry posting. So this is going to post right within there and see all the details, again, looking at our balance totals down here at the bottom. Now, not only does this provide us the ability of doing these journal entries, but again, I mentioned other areas of integration that we can look at, such as our statistical entries as well. And this has been something that we very commonly run into around construction. Some areas that we've run into is those that may not be using time and expense or want actual time information within a timesheet in Sage Intacct are still actually creating statistical accounts around their time as well. So we can see regular time, overtime, double, triple time, even paid time off within here. And that way we can post our statistical journal entries within here as well, bringing that time information over, but not actually posting it within timesheets. So here you can see the statistical side of that, and we could go in and view any of those details. So not only posting to those financial dimensions, but those statistical dimensions within here as well. And here you'll just see regular hours. We're posting the service and location as far as those statistical entries as well. As you can see, Workforce Go HCM provides a single application for payroll, people, and time. One employee record, one single database. We provide proven deployment strategies to achieve ROI on investments quickly and easily adopt the solutions itself. Customer success is a very key approach for Workforce Go, delivering ongoing value and long-term team success, as well as industry experience, providing solutions that are built for you and your industry by the people who know the complexities you're dealing with. I again would like to personally thank you for attending our session, Workforce Go HCM, Payroll, Time, and HR for Sage Intacct. Better together, Workforce Go and Sage Intacct provide an industry-leading, seamless integrated experience with the Workforce Go HCM and Sage Intacct solutions, bringing a unified solution for managing and engaging your people together with finance.